There are things you should never say out loud. Not because they are evil. Not because they are shameful. But because the moment people understand them, your advantage disappears. Most people destroy their future long before failure arrives. They reveal too much. Their plans. Their emotions. Their weaknesses. Their ambitions. Their desperation. And then they wonder why the world suddenly starts resisting them. Machiavelli understood something terrifying about human nature. People do not attack who you are today. They attack the version of you they fear you could become. That is why intelligent people move differently. Quietly. Carefully. Strategically. Because silence is not emptiness. Silence is control. History remembers powerful people as fearless. But if you study them closely, you notice something strange. The most dangerous minds in history rarely revealed themselves completely. They concealed their intentions. They hid their transformation. They masked their emotions. And by the time the world understood them, it was already too late. Tonight, you will learn the 7 secrets you must take to your grave. 7 things intelligent people protect at all costs. Because once exposed, power disappears. And the final secret changes everything. Secret 1. Never reveal who you're becoming. Most people sabotage their future because they cannot stay silent during transformation. The moment they start improving, they announce it. They tell everyone about the business they're building, the body they're creating, the knowledge they're gaining, the future they imagine. And slowly, the energy dies. Because attention changes behavior. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. A person becoming dangerous in silence is unstoppable. But a person who announces transformation too early invites resistance before they are ready. People become uncomfortable when they sense change. Especially when your growth reminds them of their stagnation. Octavian understood this perfectly. When Julius Caesar died, Octavian was young, underestimated, almost invisible. Powerful men mocked him openly. They called him weak. A child. A political pawn. But while Rome laughed at him, he studied quietly. He built alliances in silence. He learned military loyalty. He mastered political patience. And while everyone focused on who he was, nobody noticed who he was becoming. 15 years later, that boy became Augustus Caesar, the ruler of Rome, the architect of an empire that lasted centuries. That is the power of silent transformation. Most people reveal themselves halfway through becoming. And that is the most vulnerable stage. Not weak enough to be ignored. Not strong enough to survive attack. So people discourage you. Question you. Mock you. Plant doubt carefully inside your mind. And one sentence at the wrong moment can destroy months of silent progress. The lion does not announce the hunt. It simply appears with blood on its mouth. Remember that. Secret 2. Never reveal how you read people. This is the mistake almost everyone makes. They reveal how observant they are. They expose the patterns they notice. The signals they read. The weaknesses they detect in others. And the moment people realize they are being analyzed, they stop behaving naturally. Machiavelli knew this. If people understand the framework through which you judge them, they begin performing for your perception. They create a fake version of themselves specifically designed to manipulate your expectations. And suddenly, you can no longer read them accurately. Talleyrand understood this better than almost anyone in history. He survived kings, revolutions, Napoleon, political collapse. Entire governments disappeared around him. Yet he remained untouched. Why? Because nobody ever understood what he truly saw when he looked at them. He appeared relaxed, warm, sometimes even careless. But beneath that surface, he was studying everything. Power dynamics, insecurities, hidden rivalries, emotional weaknesses. And because nobody knew how deeply he observed, they revealed themselves freely. That is the true advantage. Not intelligence. Invisible intelligence. The moment people know you can read them, they begin acting. And a person performing is infinitely harder to understand than a person behaving naturally. So stay quiet. Observe. Let people underestimate your awareness. That is where truth lives. Secret 3. Never reveal the true length of your patience. Most people lose power the moment they reveal urgency. The moment someone senses desperation, the negotiation changes. Time becomes your enemy. J. Paul Getty understood this brutally. When his grandson was kidnapped, the world expected immediate panic, immediate payment, immediate surrender. But Getty waited. Calmly. Coldly. Even after horrifying pressure. And eventually, the kidnappers realized something terrifying. They were negotiating against a man whose patience had no visible limit. That is psychological power. When people cannot locate your breaking point, they lose leverage. Because pressure only works when it finds emotional weakness. Most people reveal urgency constantly. In relationships. In business. In friendships. In ambition. They show how badly they need an answer. How badly they need validation. How badly they fear loss. And once someone sees your timeline, they control the pace. Power belongs to the person who can wait longer. The person emotionally detached from immediate outcomes. The person who remains calm while others panic. Patience is not weakness. Patience is concealed strength. Secret 4. Never reveal who you've already mentally left. Before every exit, there is silence. A hidden psychological gap. The space between deciding to leave. Because the moment you announce departure too early, people begin preparing against you. They reshape narratives. Manipulate perceptions. Turn others against you quietly. Your exit becomes their story. But silent exits are different. Silent exits arrive as facts. Not negotiations. Not emotional debates. Facts. Henry Kissinger understood this during the Vietnam negotiations. Publicly, discussions continued. Privately, decisions had already shifted. And that hidden gap created leverage. Because the side that mentally exits first, while still appearing emotionally invested, gains enormous strategic advantage. Most people reveal emotional withdrawal too early. They stop hiding disappointment. They expose frustration. They signal resentment. And immediately, their leverage disappears. The intelligent move differently. They detach quietly. Prepare quietly. Position themselves quietly. And when they finally leave, the door closes completely. No warning. No begging. No second negotiation. A silent exit protects dignity. An announced exit invites interference. Secret 5. Never reveal your floor. Your floor is the minimum you will accept before walking away. And once people know it, they stop respecting you beyond it. This applies to money, relationships, friendships, self-respect, everything. Napoleon understood negotiation psychologically. He opened with impossible demands intentionally. Why? Because extreme positions concealed his true limits. Nobody could locate his floor. And because nobody found it, nobody controlled him. Most people reveal their floor immediately. I just don't want to lose you. I'll accept anything. I just need this to work. And suddenly, the other person knows exactly how far they can push you. Predatory people love visible boundaries. Because visible boundaries become maps. They walk directly to the edge. And stop exactly before consequences appear. Again. And again. And again. That is why hidden standards are powerful. The less predictable your limit, the more carefully people behave around you. A floor only protects you while nobody knows where it is. The moment revealed. Secret 6. Never reveal the source of your intelligence. There are people who always seem to know things early. Before announcements. Before decisions. Before public awareness. They appear strangely informed. Strangely calm. Strangely prepared. Their power is not information itself. Their power is access. And access depends entirely on trust. Sir Francis Walsingham built one of history's greatest intelligence networks. Spies across Europe. Hidden informants. Secret communication systems. But he protected one thing obsessively. The source structure itself. Because the moment sources become visible, the network dies. Trust disappears. Information stops flowing. And influence collapses. This applies to your own life too. The moment people discover where your awareness comes from, they adapt. They stop speaking openly. They stop revealing naturally. And suddenly, you lose visibility completely. Intelligent people protect their information channels carefully. Not out of manipulation, but because transparency destroys insight. Never expose the architecture behind your awareness. Secret 7. Never reveal that you operate strategically. This is the final secret. And it changes everything. Machiavelli understood power deeply. Perhaps deeper than almost anyone in history. But he made one fatal mistake. He revealed the mechanism. He wrote it down. And once people know you think strategically, Every action becomes suspicious. Every kindness looks calculated. Every silence looks manipulative. Every decision appears designed. You lose the assumption of sincerity. And once that happens, people stop behaving naturally around you. They perform, defend themselves, hide themselves. That is why the most dangerous people rarely look dangerous. They do not advertise intelligence. They do not announce manipulation. They do not flex awareness. They seem ordinary. And because they seem ordinary, people lower their guard completely. The perfect disguise is naturalness. Not fake performance. Real calmness. Real warmth. Real ease. Combined with invisible precision. Machiavelli understood all of this. But history teaches something tragic. The moment he exposed the blueprint, people feared him. Not because he lacked intelligence. Because he revealed he understood power too clearly. And once the room realizes you are strategic, the room begins strategizing against you. That is why true intelligence hides itself. The world teaches people to reveal everything. Every thought. Every emotion. Every plan. Every insecurity. And slowly, people become predictable. Readable. Controllable. But history's most powerful minds understood something different. Silence creates uncertainty. Uncertainty creates psychological space. And psychological space creates power. Protect your transformation. Protect your patience. Protect your exits. Protect your standards. Protect your sources. And above all, protect the illusion that you are simpler than you truly are. Because the most dangerous person in the room is usually the one saying the least. If this video changed the way you think, subscribe and comment below. I move in silence.